Favorite time of the week, Chris Sims is with us, PFT with Mike Florio, every day on Peacock, the Unbuttoned Podcast, Football Night in America. Seahawks and Commanders this Sunday night. He is Mr. Thursday night, though. He is fucking 7-0. Mr. Thursday night. Hello,
you have to get some terrible disco music for him, for Mr.
Some
Thursday
people are
night.
Mr. October. Some people are, Mr. Championship. I'm Mr. Thursday night, just so you know. All right? I like it. I feel better about this one tonight than I did probably last week where I was on the fence, right? As we know. But, yeah, I am excited about tonight. I'm glad Miami won last week, right? Yep. That gives them a little hope and feeling good. And then Baltimore being healthy on the defensive side of the ball last week for the first time in a long time. And now fucking Superman's coming back along with it into his hometown where he definitely wants to look like Superman. I like the Ravens tonight for sure. I'll tell you that.
Oh, wow. Wow, I thought for sure he was going to go with the Dolphins. What is the line there on FanDuel, Taylor?
It's always scary. Thursday night's always scary, but I'm not giving hope up on Baltimore yet. With where their schedule is, the health of their defense there, I have no question their offense will pick it up once Lamar gets back in here. And I picked them to win 31-20, so that's kind of how I see it.
So the spread is 7.5. So he's saying Ravens cover that 7.5.
Yeah, I am saying that. That's right.
Wow.
Yep.
Mikey A.
Boost.
Mikey A, division winner for your life. Should I give it to Sims right now?
Of course,
division
you have
winner
to.
For your life. All right, Sims, you have to bet an amount of money that matters to you. Okay, so it's got to be a lot of money. All right. One of these three teams to win the division.
Okay.
The Ravens, the Broncos, or the Patriots.
He just changed the game, by the way, because initially it was for your life, but now it's for a lot of money.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, for your
it takes
life.
a little pressure off of it. I mean, my life, yes, that's a little. So that okay. Now I just
okay.
lose
But
a
you
lot,
walk up
some
to the
of my
desk and you tell the guy, "Listen, I'm betting my entire life, okay, on one of these three teams to win the division this year. Which one of those three teams are you taking?"
It's a great question there.
I know.
I mean, you did really well with finding the right teams there. Yeah, because I don't want to take Denver, even though before the year I thought this would be the year Denver wins it. But, we can't. Here comes Kansas City. It's tight out there. So I'm not going to bet on that one. I am one that believes the Patriots will beat the Bills, but by so much that I'm going to throw a lump sum of money on it. Right. No, I'm going to go with the Ravens, oddly enough, in this one. I am because I don't trust Pittsburgh. I don't at all. Again, what I'll say about, Pittsburgh, because I love Mike Tomlin. I've always loved Aaron Rodgers, but that doesn't mean I love Aaron Rodgers in the way he plays right now necessarily. First off, when's the last time you saw Aaron Rodgers just drop back, take a 7-step drop, hitch, and throw a ball down the middle like a deep in cut or a deep crosser? Does that ever happen? Does it ever happen? I mean,
no, it's been a while. Right. No, it's been a while.
Think about his offense and what it is. Slant, flat route, quick route, slant. Oh, wait, they're jumping the slant and go. Fade or back shoulder. There's nothing down the middle of the field. It's you can't work like that in the NFL. The days of the 2010 quarterback of like, we're Drew Brees and we're Aaron Rodgers and we're going to throw for 70% and it's going to be 3-yard throws and 4-yard throws all over here. That shit's gone. The teams and quarterbacks that are winning are making big plays down the field. That's what it's all about. So, yeah. And then let me throw this on there to you. Pittsburgh defense is just not good, and it ain't gonna get good. It's not like, the defensive coordinator's calling bad plays. No, their secondary slow as hell. Darius Slay is about done. Jalen Ramsey should never be on an island versus a top-tier receiver. He's a good secondary player, but you saw him against Jamar Chase. I mean, he was literally like, I'll give you every 20-yard completion. Just don't beat me deep, right? That was literally how he played. Right? Their safeties aren't fast. Their middle linebackers aren't good. When's the last time you heard a defensive tackle make a play in Pittsburgh? It's like, is TJ Watt or Highsmith going to make a play? So, yeah, I think Pittsburgh's going to continue to go like this, and I think they lose to the Colts this weekend, of course.
Can I bring you back to the Ravens for a second? Because as Taylor mentioned before we started, that Lamar Jackson said that every game is a win or go home game from now on.
Right.
It's interesting. He's already in his home in Miami, so if he loses, doesn't have to go far.
Short
but
trip. Yeah.
It is like you mentioned. It's Thursday. Squirrely things can happen. His first game back after a few days out, and maybe the Dolphins' offense might have found something. Who knows?
Right.
If they do lose this game, is it season over for the Ravens?
I think in the AFC, it's not season over. Because I think in the AFC you're going to get some teams you're going to get a team that's 10-7 or 9-8 in the playoffs. That
division in particular. Yeah.
And yes, and of course with that division in particular, you're exactly right. And the fact that they still got the Steelers on the schedule 2 more times, right, to where they can make up some ground there. So it would certainly hurt and make things more desperate. But as compared to the NFC, where I don't think a 9-8 is going to get you in this year. Right. We might have 10-7 teams in the NFC go, no, you didn't get in. Sorry. It's 11-6 or better. That's where the NFC looks like it's trending. The AFC, I can see a little bit more of that right there. And yeah, as much as I like the Ravens tonight, the things you just said right there, Izzy, that's what would scare me about betting on it, right? It's crazy Thursday night. It's Miami at home. They still got some playmakers, as we know. And is Lamar a little rusty coming into the game? That's our definitely legitimate scares.
I know you took the Ravens in that division for your life, but just with the Patriots for a second, have you arrived at the point where you're like, hey, this is fucking real. They are good, and I'm not going to be surprised if they're in the mix this year?
No, I'm not, and I am arrived. I mean, I've arrived at that point, yes, and I will not be surprised. I was one on record a few weeks ago that if you made me pick, I'm going to take the Patriots in the division. I'm not going to change that. It's scary. I know it's scary. It's Buffalo. It's Josh Allen. He's scary as hell. I mean, he can almost win games by himself at times. Yeah. But I think there's a better team in New England right now. And yeah, I think New England, too, is going to be built for playoff-type football when they get there. They can stop the run. They're a game plan specific team on the defensive side of the ball. They can play man to man when they have to, because when you go Carlton Davis and Gonzalez and then their nickelback Marcus Jones, who they just paid, who's one of the best nickelbacks in the sport, they can play you some man to man and do some other stuff with the other guys. And then I always have faith in Josh McDaniel and his ability to game plan and all that. So I would not be surprised if the Patriots win the division. I would not be surprised in the status of the AFC right now if they were in the AFC Championship game in Mike Vrabel's first year. I don't think that's crazy.
Sims, how aggressive do you think the Patriots are going to be at the trade deadline? Because it does feel like they're so ahead of schedule, but they are in this position where they could very well make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a good question, Taylor. They could use one more weapon on the offensive side of the ball, but they're not desperate for it, right? That's where it's like they're making big plays. It's not dink and dunk. Booty, Keyshawn Booty, Demario Douglas, Stephon Diggs. They got good tight end play. Travion Henderson has 3 rockets up his ass when you get him up in space, right? Great. So there's some stuff there. I don't know the approach they take either. I do have my eye. Let me just say this, and I've been saying this all week on my pod and everything. Like, if I'm Philadelphia, I'm thinking about trading A.J. Brown. No doubt about it. Well, he wasn't on the field last week. The offense was great. Right. They didn't throw him the ball the first 4 weeks of the year. They went 4-0. I mean, do they really need him? Now, if they really feel like they can win the Super Bowl without him, and they want to continue their next 5 years of dominance, and we got every fucking draft pick in the world, and look at our team, this is the move you make right now. This is it. And there's some teams that are in the playoff picture that need receivers. So I look at like A.J. Brown, DJ Moore in Chicago. I'd go the same thing. What, Chicago, you're not going to the Super Bowl. And you got these young guys. Odunze, Luther Burden is the DJ Moore replacement. You got Loveland at tight end. He's not in your future plans. You could trade and get some big-time assets and improve yourself in the offseason. And then, of course, the Saints with Rashid Shaheed is the other one I would say look out for. And I'd be interested, yes, Taylor, to your point, does New England take a shot on one of those guys to go, uh-oh, watch out. Now we got something special, on the offensive side of the ball.
Sims, was it a good question? Taylor, put it on the poll. Was my question a good question? I feel like Sims got carried away there. It was the obvious question. Yeah, but Taylor didn't even listen to your response. He only heard great question, Taylor. He didn't He doesn't know anything you said afterwards.
I started doing a victory lap when he said that.
Yeah, good for you.
Sims, it did seem like the Eagles were going out of their way to show A.J. Brown, hey, we don't need you last week. It seemed like they were doing that,
Well, yeah, I mean, this is what the Eagles did last week, and this is where if the Eagles continue to do this, like you've heard me say, they don't need to do much to win football games. They don't need to reinvent the wheel. I mean, as boring as their offense is, they still win football games, as we've talked about. And it can be underwhelming, and they still find a way. What they did last week was they got underneath the center. They got in big people personnel, and they said, fuck you, we're running it. You know we're going to run it, and have fun trying to stop it. And it was the first time all year they did it. Get underneath the center more, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts is great off of play action. As you've heard me say, he throws the deep ball amazing. And then when you do play action, right, think about how it works. Oh, we've run the ball. We run the ball. Okay. Now, hey, we fake it to Saquon Barkley. I drop back. I got all this space because everybody was worried about the run. Oh, wait. Okay. If somebody's open, boom, I strike. I throw it. Nobody's open. And now everybody's running back to lanes because they were faked by the play action pass. Oh, now there's lanes for me to run and scramble. I think they found something. If they continue to do that, Philly, of course, we know is going to be tough to beat as is, but this is just going to make it that much harder.
Sims, you mentioned Booty earlier, and not to get us off topic, but these Pittsburgh Steelers uniforms were a bit of a jump scare this past week. Feels like the white people are not actually wearing pants when you look at them. Should the players have any say in this? Because it is not a very good look when you're out there.
I mean, no, I'm with you. Like the league needs to use some common sense a little every now and then. I know we want to drain every last dollar out of everybody in the NFL. They want to just, more money, more money, more money. That's the way they are. They're like the mafia. But within that, come on. It's Sunday Night Football. It's Aaron Rodgers versus old team. Somebody in the league office go, you know what? These are two great traditional uniforms, and I want to see Aaron Rodgers play his old team when his old team's actually wearing their fucking uniforms. And then I want to see Aaron Rodgers in a Steelers uniform, not in a uniform that looks like the Packers out in the football field. I mean,
so true.
So stupid. The league just does not use common sense at times. And even people on the field were complaining about it. I'm telling you, coaches were like, this is so stupid. We're in these uniforms. I mean, multiple said it. Well, why are we not wearing our normal stuff in this game for this magnet? It's just stupid. It really is stupid.
If you're a fan and you purchase one of those jerseys, you should go to prison. Is that fair? I mean, seriously, you should be questioned.
And that should be your jumpsuit.
The Steelers one, and then those are bad. And then, I mean, you see what the Packers are wearing this week, right? They're wearing those fake leather helmet things and all that.
It's going to look like slightly darker people are naked from the waist down in those uniforms. They're not good.
The Broncos, on the other hand, they nailed it. Their uniforms are fantastic, right? The Broncos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Broncos. Yeah, definitely. The old school uniforms are amazing. Definitely. And I'm all in favor of new school uniforms, right? Teams that don't have, like the Chargers. Yeah, you don't have a tradition. You don't win anyways. Find something that works.
The Dolphins
they wore
black.
That all navy blue last week. That was cool. I like that. Do something like that. I'm in favor of the Nike-ification of the NFL. It's just it doesn't have to be all the time, and especially in some of the marquee matchups.
Yeah, careful.
Well, speaking of the Packers, if you had to start a team right now and you had to pick a tight end, who would it be and why would it be Tucker Kraft?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. You're right. It would be, though. I had this conversation on my podcast on Tuesday, right? It's a new era in the NFL as far as, how many teams have good tight ends, right? And we've seen, the old guard is finally kind of being pushed over by the new guys on the block, right? Kelsey, still good, but not the best tight end in football. Mark Andrews, same thing. George Kittle, still really good. Do I think he's better than Trey McBride or Tucker Kraft or Brock Bowers, right? And that crew there? No, not necessarily. But yeah, Tucker Kraft is special, man. He really is. First off, he's big as hell. He can run block. He can do that. And then you could see he's a kamikaze running the ball with the ball in his hands. Have fun tackling him. So yeah, him, Tyler Warren right now, you put them in space, man, good luck. I wouldn't want to be a DB having to mess with those guys.
Sims, the Chiefs, like everyone, Izzy has been saying it for weeks. They're going to the Super Bowl. The offenses, they look good again. Mahomes is the MVP. That's not what's impressed me about this team. What's impressed me over the last 3 weeks about this team, and it's why I think they're probably going to make another run and end up in the Super Bowl. I don't know if they're going to win it, is the defense. That defense the last 3 weeks, and they play the Lions in one of those games, they've given up 24 points over the last 3 weeks. If they're going to give up 8 points a game, Mahomes is going to win another fucking Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, because I tell you their offense is better this year than it was last year or even the year before when they beat the 49ers, right? I'm with you. I don't think their defense is maybe as dominant as it was 2 years ago in the year they beat the 49ers. But to your point, it might be going there right now as we're watching, right? So, yeah. And as we discussed, too, in the AFC, I mean, yeah, the Colts are clearly the best team in the AFC right now. I'll say that for sure. But as we know, they don't have much playoff experience, big game experience. Are we going to sit there and just go, oh, yeah, they're going to beat Kansas City in the AFC Championship or the divisional round? No, as we know, that's scary. Kansas City is going to be like, well, let me file my nails. Another divisional game, big fucking deal. We know how to kick your ass. Okay, we'll be there, right? So that's where you just go watch out for Kansas City. And with Rashee Rice back, it just changes everything. They had it rolling without Rashee Rice because they became an elite short passing team. And you saw last week what happened in the game. Short passing game. Oh, wait, it didn't work at first because Washington was playing all these little man coverages and people dropping back. But then, like, slowly but surely they figure out, okay, they're playing us like that. We'll start to do this. And then it's like, oh, wait, you want to be in coverage all game long? You heard Troy Aikman. But Mahomes will just sit there and go, wait, fine, play coverage. You guys aren't that good at rushing the passer. I'll just sit here and I'll make a move and do this, and somebody will be wide open eventually, right? So they've gotten to a point where it's like it feels like they're kind of unstoppable on the offensive side of the ball. The Bills are made to stop the Kansas City Chiefs, right? The Bills, as we talk about, they don't stop the run that well. Well, Kansas City doesn't run the ball all that well. So this department is where you go, ooh, okay, this is okay for the Bills. But I think the Bills are so less than on the defensive side of the ball this year. It doesn't matter even if they know Kansas City's going to throw the ball. Kansas City's too good at it. And if they don't blitz, I think Kansas City will have all day to throw the football as well, too. So I like the Chiefs in this game. I think they pull off the upset, or I think they're favored, pull off the win on the road in Buffalo.
Is there a player Buffalo can get by the trade deadline that might make you change your mind? If A.J. Brown is a tool for Josh Allen, do all of a sudden they look different because the offense might be more?
That definitely would. Any of those three guys I talked about, right, would definitely change my opinion to a degree. Because I do still feel like in the pass game, it's too much Josh Allen having to make it happen rather than just the offense delivering all the time. Their run game, as we know, is special, and they need to stay after it and continue. The stats, as good as they are running the ball, would really show you that they don't run the ball enough still. And I think that's probably what McDermott said during the bye week. He was like, guys, we're running for 5 yards a carry. Why the fuck are we not running like every other play, right? And I think that's what they got into last week. So they finally are going to do that. But, yeah, it's either another weapon at receiver or can they find a cover corner out there or a pass rusher or somebody that can make some plays on the defensive side of the ball. They're missing something like that, and that's what I think they need more than anything, Izzy.
But, Chris, if they trade A.J. Brown, I realize you trade him outside the conference. You don't want to trade him inside the NFC unless it's a really bad team. You're not going to trade him to a team like Buffalo. Like you don't want to run the risk of him coming back to haunt you. Do you?
I know that's the things they got to weigh out. They got to weigh out. You're right. You trade A.J. Brown. Now, you got a team like Buffalo and another team in the AFC that thinks they're in the Super Bowl window. You might get some really big-time assets back, right? But the risk is that, you see that team in the Super Bowl, and A.J. Brown shoves it right up your ass, and that's the risk there. But, that's why Howie Roseman's probably making $10 million a year, and he's going to have to make that tough decision there. And, so we'll see where it goes. Now, they might be like, so what? We're moving the ball on offense without A.J. Brown, and we believe our defense can stop anybody anywhere. And I wouldn't be shocked if they had that attitude either.
Would A.J. Brown help the Bills stop the run? I mean, for crying out loud.
No, exactly right. He's not going to help out the run. Exactly right. That's where it's the Bills, to me, are more than one player away. Now, they're clutch and they're coached well, and you've heard me say it. And with Josh Allen, a quarterback, and the pressure he puts on you, they can hang with anybody. But I don't know if I believe in totality in their whole roster that they're in the class of some of the teams that I view in the upper echelons of the NFL.
I know you're taking the Ravens tonight. We're all taking the Ravens tonight. We're not going against Mr. Thursday night. Okay,
we're not stupid
anyway.
Yes,
we're not
no
stupid.
one's doing that. No one here is doing that. But what did you make of the Dolphins and that offense looking really, really good, nearly flawless last week against a really good defense in Atlanta?
Yeah, I mean, I think the run game was probably the thing that kind of like jumped off at first, and then Here's where I maybe messed up in my assessment, because that was my egregiously wrong game of the weekend, right? That was one of my best bets, and I went 2 for 3, that one being wrong.
Who can remember?
Well,
yeah, let's just focus on Thursday nights, Chris.
I'm going to keep it real, though. I always keep it real. I'm not going to sit here and always sugarcoat my stuff. I know I'm wrong every now and then, but I think the other thing that was impressive to me is just how they kind of surgically picked apart the Atlanta Falcons defense. Atlanta does not play man-to-man. That's their problem. They play way too much zone, and as you've seen, like with the 49ers beating them, it's just all these quick throws, everything there. And then they're not real big at D-tackle, right, to where, the teams can find a ways to maybe move them a little bit. Now, Miami had more success than I thought in that department, but I thought it was a good balanced attack. Tua knew where he wanted to go with the ball. He was on the money throughout the day. And I think the most impressive thing to me maybe was really the defense kind of bringing it to the Atlanta offense, especially in the run game, and not letting that get going. That was impressive by me. That's why I'm pumped about tonight, because they're going to feel good, Miami, going in this game, just like Baltimore is, and that usually leads to fun football to watch.
Listen, we're not sitting here calling you Mr. Sunday Afternoon, all right? It's Mr. it's Mr.
Well, I want to be right. As I think I texted
You're allowed to be
Sunday
wrong.
night.
I told you over the weekend. He apologized to me, Taylor.
I said sorry about the Dolphins game. That's all. I just wanted to make sure, I got that one wrong. I felt bad about it.
I know, but nobody. Only on Thursday night are we expecting undefeated, but no one is expecting you to go like 72-0 the remainder of the season.
I know that. I got that. But my best bets, right? I do. They're important to me when I have my 3 best bets every week. And when I'm that egregiously wrong on one, yes, that bothers me. That's just who I am. I'm a little perfectionist that way.
Go ahead, Izzy.
You mentioned the compliment of Tua. He looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball. To me, that's a product of the offense. It's a product of like, hey, Mike McDaniels might have created you. Like if your first look is always going to be there, hey, that's great offense. That's drawn up wonderfully. And so I'm just wondering how much of that is true. How much do you see Tua being a product of Mike McDaniel? Because I've been firm on this. I think McDaniel needs another shot with a different quarterback.
No, I'm with you as well, Izzy. I've stuck up for Mike McDaniel, through and through here, because I want to go like, what, are we serious here? I mean, it was the most awesome offense in football. The whole league was trying to copy what they were doing. They're still copying it and doing that for 4 years, right? 3 years for sure. So that's where I don't love that. And then, yes, I mean, these guys know maybe more than you do my thoughts on Tua. Yes, he's limited. Mm-hmm. He's limited. And that's where, I've argued for quite some time. It's like, this guy moves this way, this guy, boom, boom, we fake it here. Oh, Tyreek Hill's open, and then he runs for 40. Oh, my gosh, what quarterback could do that? I don't know. So, come on. Yeah, that's how I feel about it, Tua is when things are happening in rhythm, to your point, and like you're saying, he's very good. He's great in anticipation. He can fit the ball in the tight little windows in the short middle of the field. He's got a pretty quick release. The problem is, in this day and age in the NFL, so you play defenses that are crazy. And at times, you got to stand in there or make plays outside of the pocket or stand in there and make big throws in the pocket with the pocket collapsing. And you got to make them down the field. And that, to me, is where Tua's not in the same category as some of the top quarterbacks in football.
Since we're talking about terrible quarterbacks, let's go over to New Orleans. Kellen Moore said that it's going to be Tyler Shough's job the rest of the year. What are you seeing from him? What do you expect to see from him?
Well, I expect to see almost like a deer in the headlights this weekend, I think. Like, hey, Tyler Shough, congratulations. You get to make your first start against the Rams off a bye week. They're going to kick your ass. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be tough. That is. The Rams defense is good. They can rush the passer. They're creative. They're creative on the back end. So Shough is, I was never in love with Shough's overall talent. He can play the quarterback position. He can be in the pocket and go to the right place with the ball. But this is going to be some tough circumstances of disguises and things he's not ready for. I think they'll go out of their way to kind of manage him, screens, run the ball, try to find a few creative game plan plays just to get him in rhythm a little bit. But ultimately, I don't expect them to keep pace with the Rams. I wanted to make the Rams a best bet. I thought about that because I picked them 35-17.
Right.
But, I don't, at the same time, 14 points is a lot, and I put a star next to it, but I did not make it a best bet.
All right, what's the star mean? Just like you like it, but you're not set a
possible best bet. Like I mark it down after I pick my games and I write down how I think it's going to break down and all that. You know, when I'm all done, I go and then look at the spreads and go, oh, okay. And then, I put star next to the ones that I possibly can make my best bets.
All right. Do you have a best bet yet? Have you made it?
Yeah, I got it. So I'm taking the Lions, right? With the 8.5 point spread.
Hold on. We need pens. Hold on, Mr. Sunday Afternoon. Hold on a second. Slow down, okay? Yeah.
Lions, yeah. Okay, I mean, J.J. McCarthy on the road. He wasn't that smooth and good before he got hurt. Now he's going to have to make his first start in a while against this defense who's coming off a bye week and all that. Yeah, negative Ghost Rider. That's my best bet. I am going to go with the Colts. I know they're only getting 3 points, but I got a 31-23. I can see the Steelers hanging around, certainly. Yes. But I just, like you heard me say about the Steelers defense, I have no faith in it. And then I took the Chargers with the 8.5 points. Wow. Right? Those are my 3. Now, I did think about the Texans-Broncos under. Right. Because that's going to be like a 16-13 game, something like that. Mm-hmm. I took the Texans in the game. I thought about the Pats. But what scared me is it's basically a desperation game for Atlanta, and that scares me. I got the Pats winning 24-17, but this is it for Atlanta. In the NFC, you lose this game, like what we talked about before. There could be a 10-7 team not make the playoffs in the NFC. So this is big for them. And then the other one is the Rams that I told you about. So those were my possibilities, but I went Lions, Colts, and Chargers.
All right, it's our weekly visit here with Chris Sims, presented by FanDuel. Check him out, PFT with Mike Florio every day on Peacock, the Unbuttoned Podcast, Football Night in America, Sunday Night Football, Seahawks and Commanders. I love doing this with you every couple of weeks just to see where we're at in the NFL because it changes week to week. Okay, Mikey knows where I'm going here. I'm going to name a team, and you say yes or no. Yes, you could see them winning the Super Bowl. No, you cannot. Okay,
I love this exercise. It's a great
state
exercise.
of the NFL. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Well, because I always explain this to people, and because I don't know, sometimes people don't understand it. Like they'll hear me say, "Well, I think they're a playoff team," and they're like, "You think they can go to the Super Bowl?" And I'm like, "I said a fucking playoff team. There's a totally different category: playoff and Super Bowl team. Totally different category." Right. I could see a number of teams that could sneak in as the 7th or 6th seed. There's only a short list of teams that I could go, we could be watching them in the middle of February in the Super Bowl, right? There's a big difference.
Right, and it changes week to week in the NFL. It really does. Like one week I can't see a team winning the Super Bowl, and the next week I can. It's crazy. Right.
Yeah, well, yes. I think you're a little crazy, but yeah, I got you what you're saying.
We know I'm crazy. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You can see it, you can't see it.
Totally can see it. Totally can see it. I mean, if when the Buccaneers get healthy, they're got one of the best rosters in football.
Okay. LA Rams.
Yeah, totally can see it. Okay. Totally. 100%. Right.
Okay. You don't need to expand. Like, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. You've done enough. Okay. Yeah. Seahawks.
I can see it.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. The Seahawks are my one team that I probably am a different than the rest of the public on, where I think the rest of the public goes, yeah, a playoff team. I look at it and go, don't be shocked. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if we were sitting here Championship Sunday and we went, Sam Darnold and the Seahawks are in this, right? Because I think their defense is one of the best in football, and I think their offense is, it's explosive in the pass game. They're patient with the run game. I think they're made for playoff football to a degree. Yeah, I'm going to be one that I'm a little bit of a believer more than most in Seattle.
All right, San Francisco 49ers.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. No, wow. I don't think so.
I mean, the head coach is. I mean, his face is tattooed on your chest. I mean,
well, they are 5-3 right now because of the coaching. That's all there is to it. The team is too banged up. This is a year they didn't even expect to go to the Super Bowl. They're like rebuilding on the fly. They've had a very easy schedule. I think they win against the Giants this weekend. But you go look at their injury report. It's like there's like 35 guys on there. They're a very banged up football team. And yeah, I don't playoff, yes, but Super Bowl, no.
All right, I have a feeling the next 3 are going to be quick yeses. Packers, Lions, Eagles. Yes, and yes. You hear the NFC? What we're talking about here? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Okay, the NFC. I mean, it's insane. It is. We got 6 teams that I go, they can win the Super Bowl for sure in the NFC.
Crazy. Yeah. LA Chargers.
No.
No.
Playoff team, maybe win a game, right? Do that, but I don't think not right now, and especially with the O-line injuries and just not enough of a difference maker on the defensive front seven to get there.
Denver Broncos.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
Wow.
Now, I think they're a team that needs to think about making a trade for one of those receivers we talked about, right?
Yeah.
That they would be like the Saints and Rashid Shaheed. I could see Sean Payton wanting him, right? He'll know my offense a little bit. Let's get him over here, blah, 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 and let's see if we can make that work.
The Chiefs are obvious, right?
Yeah, Chiefs are obvious.
Yeah.
Excited about that Seahawks Colts Super Bowl there. I don't some of these matchups are not going to be that exciting.
No, I look in the AFC and I really go Colts, Patriots, Denver.
Well, the big one is the
City.
Ravens. That's the one I was saving for you.
The Ravens is like the possibility I'd like to see more, right? That it's like I don't.
Right.
But there's some part of me that wants to say yes, but there's a part of me that wants to go. I'm not ready to go that far yet. But if you ask me in 3 weeks, I think I'll be able to give you a better determination on where they are here.
Seahawks, I can't see it. They need a miracle. A Braille Mary.
Well, what scares you about him? Let me hear you. What's a Braille?
He
Mary?
just wanted to force in a bad joke. That's all he wanted to do there, Sims.
All it was.
Okay.
He doesn't have a point. He just wanted the
great
joke.
He can see it because you said that you can see it, so he doesn't care. It was a joke that he texted me. He wanted me to say it. I shook him off, and he was undeterred, and so he went forward with it. That's what happened.
I'm glad he's getting a kick out of it.
He really is. Listen, he is glowing because you said good question. What's Halloween look like in the Sims household tomorrow? What's that going to look like?
Not much anymore. Not much. It's nothing special. Like I told you, I'm out in the middle of, I'm in fucking farm country Greenwich, right? So you got to walk a half a mile to get to each house, basically. And then, like I live in an old house, but, some of these old houses that I've explained to you in years past and all of them, these other houses, they're mansions. Not only are they like, whoa, you got to walk like a half a mile to get to their house. You got to walk another half a mile to get the fuck up the driveway to get to the front door. And you got to pass a gate and like everything else. So there ain't shit going on by me back as far as Halloween.
Not very welcoming.
Yeah.
No, but everyone's got a golf cart in that community. Come on, man. They all travel around golf carts.
No,
right?
everyone might have a Ferrari in that community. They don't got a golf cart. All right. Yeah. So I'm not doing anything. I'm hopefully just going to go out somewhere with the wife and have a dinner. And my son's a freshman in high school. I don't know what he's going to do. He has a bye week for football this week, so I'm sure he'll probably do something, but I haven't heard of a costume or anything.
When was the last time Chris Sims dressed up, and what did he dress up as?
Gosh,
good question.
man, that's a really good. I feel like it might be high school since the last time I dressed.
Really?
up. I don't think I've dressed up in quite some time. I'm trying to think if I did something early in the NFL career where I did anything. Damn, no, I really don't.
Wow.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't think.
You don't
I
like
got
Halloween?
anything.
That's fine.
High school. Sorry, Mike. What's the last time you guys dressed up?
Famously on television year after year after year.
After year.
I was Sam Darnold's spleen. I mean,
You were Sam Darnold's spleen?
on Around the Horn, yes.
Oh, wow.
The mono.
Wow. Right. And he had the mono. That's right. I remember
Right, when he
that,
had the mono.
Right.
Before we get you out of here, Sims, what do you make of the reports of Sark perhaps flirting with the NFL?
Well, I don't really buy them, right? I think, and I think, what was it, Diana Rossini first kind of broke the story.
Yeah.
And, Diana, she knows people, that's for sure.
Yes.
Right? And would I be shocked if some owner threw his name, right, into the, like, hey, yeah, we'd like to look at him too and all that? But I don't think it's real. First off, I don't think the NFL, on a year like this where it's like, wait, you had the number one pick of the draft and he's fallen apart, I don't think they'd be like, oh, yeah, let's bring him into town. Their offense hasn't been all that great. And, on top of that, which I'm a big Sark fan here, don't get me wrong, totally, right? He's at a spot where it's, what? You're at Texas. What are you going? You're going to go roll the dice and maybe lose your job in 2 or 3 years in the NFL when you can be at Texas and make, $12 million a year for the next century? I mean, the next decade? So that to me, and you finally got it rolling there at Texas with players and all of that. That just makes no sense. I don't think Sark's going anywhere.
He wants to get away from Arch so badly.
He can't ruin the Manning legacy. I mean, he's the guy who's ruining the Manning name. He is. He's tarnished.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right. He just, hey, listen, like I told you, with his mechanics being the way they were and as messed up as they were, and how he threw the football in the early part of the year and even till the last few weeks, I think it affected his whole mindset, his decision-making, confidence, all of that. And hopefully the fourth quarter last week where he made some big throws against Mississippi State, maybe that breaks him out of it. But, man, we got a tough schedule with the at Texas, and we're going to have to run the table to get in the playoffs.
You never want to be the coach that can't win with a Manning.
Right.
Well, no, but the good thing is he'll be back next year, and hopefully that's next year is the year that he can make a run. And because of the Manning, it was overhyped to begin with, and there just was too many expectations on the whole football team just because of that. And that's a lot of pressure on a young kid that's just learning to be in the big time spotlight.
Who was this? That backup that came in and threw a dime for a touchdown? I don't need to worry about that guy because that guy looks like he's got an arm on him.
Dime, but I don't think he's got to worry about that guy. Okay. I don't think so. Right. I mean,
his last name's Manning.
The Mannings don't leave anything to chance, right? They don't leave much to chance. They probably have a contract where it's like if you don't start Arch, this becomes the University of Manning, right?
Yes.
I mean, who knows what it is? So I can't see that happening.
Get over to the Manning State Fair.
University of Manning at Texas. Right.
You have them changing the whole state to Manning?
Yeah. They're going to just name the school after them. Right.
Not just Peyton Manning. It's change your state Manning.
PFT with Mike Florio every day on Peacock, the Unbuttoned Podcast, Football Night in America, Sunday Night Football, Seahawks at Commanders. He's Mr. Thursday Night. He's 7-0, and he's taking the Ravens tonight big over the Dolphins. Sims, we love it every single week. Enjoy your Halloween, although it seems like you're not going to, but have a good weekend. And don't worry about it. If you get one wrong, don't send me an apology. It's okay.
Okay, all right, fine. Fuck you. I won't send you anything. With you. See you, everybody. Peace.
Stugatz here. It's NBA tip-off week, and FanDuel is your home for live betting. Listen, support the people that support this show, and no one has supported us more than our friends at FanDuel. So even if you missed the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. That's $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Must be 21 and older and present in select states or 18 and older and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rg-help.com. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.